Hello, welcome to Soulprint Minis. This one is going to be about George Santos. So part of the reason I want to take a look at this is because just the other day there was an announcement that said that the prosecutors or the investigators, I think it's the prosecutors, have something like 80,000 individual pieces of discovery evidence, thank you, of that they've collected. So that is huge. I mean, that is like, the Mount Everest. Okay. I can't even imagine what 80,000 pieces of evidence looks like, although, I gather most of it's a paper kind of trail, but even so. So I want to take a look at him because what you have here is somebody who is so obstinate and honestly thick skinned that just nothing seems to, kind of try to veer him off course. He's just determined, to stay in that lane and continue to represent a bunch of people who don't want him representing them anymore. McCarthy, as we know, is not going to do anything because he can't afford to lose that vote. But having said that, I I actually think that he may be very strongly discouraged from considering a second run at office. I mean, if he did, it would be foolish. He'd be throwing a lot of money into something that he was absolutely not going to win. All right, let's take a look at George DeSantis. DeSantos. Santos. Sorry. Oh my God, I have DeSantis on the brain here. Okay, George Santos, going forward in terms of his legal um, situations, and I guess political ones. Here we go. George Santos trajectory. George Santos trajectory. George Santos trajectory. Justice is coming. It's coming fast. The cases against him are going to be strong. It's about the money. And ultimately, he's coming down. It's as simple as that. I don't know, like 3 minutes and 14 seconds. I really could end this video right now. Because none of this is in his favor, like none of it. Justice, justice simply needs to be served in this situation, not only because he truly lied to the people who voted for him, but he is putting such a stain on House representatives that this kind of stuff can't be encouraged, but it's not going to be discouraged by McCarthy until such time that this guy is like locked up in jail, if that's where he ends up. Okay, which I'm not sure that that's going to happen. But it's going to be money and money issues that bring him down. This gentleman seems to have a very fluid understanding of financial rules and regulations, and that is ultimately going to be his Achilles tendon, right? I like the chariot here because this is talking about it moving along, and that's a good thing because that kind of energy that comes off of him, it's become a lot more aggressive. Let me just talk about that for a second. Energetically, when you look at him, he has become more stubborn and more obstinate. In a lot of ways, he doesn't actually see The fact that this adventure he's having is a Republican lawmaker, a Republican member of the House. He doesn't see yet that it's coming to an end. He really believes that he can sort of talk himself out of the situation, even though, as near as I can figure, the courts are not looking kindly on him or his behavior. But you know what? This is interesting. This is typically my trump card for those people who may be new to the channel. But what it's talking to me about is Trump's behaviors. And it feels very, very much like those are the kind of strategies that he is trying to emulate. That whole, I live in a different reality than yours, and mine is the correct one, and mine is the one that is wonderful for me. Okay. Ultimately, there's going to be a lot of stuff that comes out, and it really is going to lead to his demise. A lot of secrets coming out. He's going to keep charging ahead and charging ahead, honestly, until he recognizes that he just charged himself right over a cliff. So I can't get an exact timeline on this, but it feels like he's going to be around for, like the rest of his term, or, at least a significant portion of it still. But when he crashes, it's going to be a really big crash. It's going to put a permanent black mark against not only him personally, against his name, but against the Republican Party for tolerating it. So that's kind of good news. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're enjoying these. Take good care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.